10 of the world's wildest homes. A rotating tower 1,400 inches up. Number 1 still remains uninhabited. Number 10, San Pedro. Mention prison. Most picture cold iron gates and inmates doing time. San Pedro prison shatters that image. Not a cell block, but a self-governing, sealed-off city within a city, where inmates become citizens and directly help manage it. The magical San Pedro prison sits in central La Paz, Bolivia's capital city. San Pedro prison was built for 600 inmates, but today holds nearly 3,000 people. The main reason is that not only inmates, but also their families live here. Yes, many prisoners actually bring their families to live in the prison. Feels like an absurd social experiment movie, yet it's real. In this prison, inmates buy or rent cells. Restaurants, shops, entertainment create a tiny society. Everyone here hustles to survive. San Pedro's inner structure uncannily mirrors society's rigid class ladder overall. In Prison City, wealth shapes life quality. For example, inmates can buy better cells if can afford. Prices: tens to thousands. A luxury suite with private bath and TV runs about $260. If you're rich enough, you can even get a 3-story house with a balcony, like a mansion in the city. Poor inmates must cram into tiny single cells or shared rooms, amid squalor and frequent violence. Usually, you buy a cell on entry, and the warden charges 50% more than brokers. When buying a home, you usually pay a non-refundable 20 to 25% fee for community maintenance. If you can't afford to buy, rent, or trade work for a place to stay. Beyond housing freedom, inmates inside prison also choose their jobs. They work as barbers, shopkeepers, restaurateurs, even guides. Yes, you saw right. Guides. This was once a prison tour spot. Pay $57 to tour the prison, then stay in the hotel with inmates, sharing meals. Such a scene is both bizarre and strongly ironic. After all, who would have thought a prison could become a life experience project? But on freedom, San Pedro shines for its autonomy. In this closed society, inmates elect leaders to run life, keep order, settle disputes. This autonomy gives inmates some freedom, but fuels illegal activity that spreads like wildfire. Drugs, alcohol, gambling are normal here now. Over time, officials lost control. Warden became a figurehead. Inmates built their own order. As a self-governed prison, San Pedro shows Bolivia and Latin America's issues: overcrowding, few resources, and poor management. San Pedro became a unique social experiment. Though he brought innovative management ideas, reliance on drug money and internal violence still invite outsiders to reflect. A crime-fed prison system can't truly fix overcrowding or repeat offenses. Number 9. The world's highest city. Peru's La Rinconada is famed as the world's highest city. It sits in the Andes at 5,100 meters above sea level. Towering mountains, thin air. Locals endure brutal conditions, yet survive fiercely in their own way. Since Inca times, this land was famed for rich gold mines. Today, gold still shines, ever enchanting us. From 2001 to 2009, global gold prices jumped about 235%. It drew miners chasing fortune to the once silent village. Today, the town has over 30,000 residents, and it keeps growing fast. Although this number is not large by global standards, for a high-altitude town far from urban civilization with almost no infrastructure, this population is quite astounding. Yet we know dreams and reality rarely match. Many arrive and learn survival can be harder than getting rich. We all know that extremely high altitudes often mean thin oxygen. In this mountain town, about 25% of residents suffer chronic hypoxia, spending years perpetually breathless. Winters here drag on, bitterly cold. Yet most people crowd into flimsy metal shacks without heat, often surviving only by wrapping themselves in layers of blanket. What's even more shocking is that the city has almost no modern infrastructure. La Rinconada got power in 2002. Water, sewers, Hospitals, there are still dreams. Daily drinking water comes from mountain glaciers. Sanitation is mostly ignored by everyone here. Trash piles up, plastic and waste everywhere. Sanitation is terrible. Gold mining often uses deadly mercury and cyanide. Yet most local sites run unregulated, with no environmental safeguards. Mercury and cyanide seep into soil and water, polluting the environment and threatening residents' health. At times, La Rinconada symbolizes human grit, showing how creativity and resilience still sustain life in extremes. Yet it clearly mirrors human society's inequality, greed, and wasted resources today. A city chasing gold, yet hiding tragedy after tragedy in its shadows. Number 8. Cappadocia. If you pick the world's most alien-like city, the Cappadocia we'll visit next would likely easily make it. Cappadocia, central Turkey, has odd terrain shaped by ancient volcanic eruptions. A few million years ago, Anatolian eruptions left thick ash, which slowly hardened into a soft rock called tuff. Later, a hard basalt layer sealed it. Over millions of years, wind and rain sculpted this land into today's form. In Cappadocia, your first sight is towering rock pillars rising into clouds. Geologists call them hoodoos, but locals and tourists call fairy chimneys. They say these stone pillars look like hat-wearing fairies, quietly guarding this magical land. Unexpectedly, beneath this beauty lies a magical underworld. By 1800 BC, Hittites had already found Tuff's remarkable powers long ago. They carved caves into rock, creating over time a vast underground city network. Its single most famous city was Derinkuyu. This underground maze is 85 meters deep, 18 stories tall, and once housed 20,000 people. The underground city was planned. Tunnels everywhere, with homes, granaries, livestock pens, wine cellars, and cemeteries. Vents delivered fresh air deep underground. In wartime, Derinkuyu and nearby underground cities sheltered locals. Their maze-like tunnels helped them evade danger again and again. In peacetime, Cappadocians loved the fairy chimneys just as much, too. Fairy chimneys shield from wind and rain, insulate well. Nature's luxury villas, ancients carved rooms, churches, even wine cellars and stone pillars. Today, Cappadocia is world-famous tourist mecca. Each year, thousands come to ride hot air balloons, viewing fairy chimneys and the vast volcanic rocklands below. Even crazier, locals made these ancient caves into hotels, so you can enjoy Wi-Fi and hot showers in thousand-year-old caves. Cappadocia's terrain and culture are officially UNESCO World Heritage, recognized worldwide today. Yet its miracles reach far beyond that. In 2019, a 1.2 million square meter underground city was found near Avanos. It dates back 5,000 years. Mind makes historians and archaeologists rethink Cappadocia's history and culture. Cappadocia's geography, history, and culture read like a weighty chronicle of enduring human nature interplay. More than stunning scenery, this land salutes human ingenuity and creativity. Number 7 now. Yangon County, worldwide. People argue which of Taipei, Tokyo, Shanghai is top tier. But when this city appears, everyone goes silent instantly. It's a first-tier city. Yangon County lies deep in northeast Yunnan Mountains, right near Sichuan border, in Hengjiang River Valley. Yangon County runs narrow and long along its winding river. Elevation jumps from 329 to 2,263 meters. Yet the city is only 30 meters wide in spots, max 300 meters at its widest. From afar, it looks like nature squeezed it into a single line. Surprisingly, about 450,000 people live here, with a density of 320 per square kilometer. They live, work, raise families, creating seemingly impossible city miracle. But don't be fooled. Yangon's transport is easy now. Once difficult. Imagine this city sandwiched between steep mountain cliffs on both sides. Having a wide road is simply out of the question. Rivers and mountains once made this a half-closed world. Only new viaducts and tunnels slowly freed Yangon from isolation at last. Even so, Yangon County can't expand much. nature blocks it. Every rainy season is a harsh test for this city. Survival here means coexisting with nature. In 2006, Yangon County first proposed the sponge city idea. It sounds quirky, but it means adding green space, wetlands, and parks so cities soak up rain like sponges, cutting flood risks. This approach eases flooding and improves ecosystems. This small county isn't just battling nature, it's learning to befriend it, too, today. Overall, as the world explores sustainable living in harsh environments, Yangon's survival know-how offers a vital reference case for others to learn from today. This plain town shows humans can still build prosperity even in harsh places. Number 6. Myanmar's abandoned capital. Across Myanmar lies Naypyidaw, a ghost city. Like a real doomsday outpost, it's silent, eerie, and chilling to the bone. First, its size is jaw-dropping. The city covers 7,054 square kilometers, over 4 times London, 6 times New York. Only 924,608 people live in this huge city. Compared to London's 8.6 million, it's nearly empty. Turns out this desolate city was newly built in 2005 by Myanmar's ruling military government to shift the capital from Yangon. Back then, the government spent $4 billion building this city. Instead, it became a near-empty ghost town. Naypyidaw has stunning infrastructure, a 20-lane highway and broad streets, built for future growth. Despite huge spending, the city can't attract enough people. Look at that highway, like an endless runway, the air filled with silence. The whole city feels like a forgotten stage, and the cast never steps out. Why is that? History may leave us some clues. Myanmar's Thousand Capital saga runs from Bagan to Mandalay. Dynasties relocated capitals for power struggles and security needs. Naypyidaw's creation seemed aimed at easing Yangon's traffic and security woes, but analysts say it mainly served Myanmar's military regime, a precaution to tighten control and deter protests. They believed moving the capital to this remote place would spare them people's noise and unrest. Yet this city's emptiness shows people the rift between rulers and the ruled. From a broad view, Naypyidaw's existence shapes Myanmar's image in Southeast Asia. This new political capital was meant to signal national strength, yet its emptiness and isolation leave outsiders doubting Myanmar's future. It became a symbol of power, yet also lesson in failure. In this empty city, power matters more than public opinion. A snapshot of Myanmar's unrest. 5th, Tonle Sap Lake. Tonle Sap Lake is Southeast Asia's heart, a breathtaking body of water. It's Cambodia's lifeline and one of the world's wildest places to live. You may know floating fish villages or seasonal rivers, but Tonle Sap turns into a lake twice yearly and supports countless lives. Ecology and economy, rare. As said earlier, Tonle Sap shifts seasonally. During the Han era, the lake covered 2,500 to 3,000 kilometers squared and was about 1 meter deep. But when rains come, it enchants. The lake stops feeding the Mekong. The river backflows in, raising depth to 9 to 14 meters and swelling to 16,000 kilometers squared. You can imagine, this lake is reborn almost every time. With the rainy season, aquatic life hits its breeding peak. There are 149 fish species here, including the endangered Mekong giant freshwater catfish. When the lake swells and fish surge, fishermen's lives then thrive too. Tonle Sap supplies over 60% of Cambodia's protein and supports 1.2 million people. This magical lake shapes a nation's meals, bringing food and hope to countless families. On this dreamy lake, people used wisdom to create another marvel. A floating village? Here, buildings need no foundations. Homes, schools, even temples float when rains return. The lake rises. The village floats like migrants, shifting to match water levels. Overall, Tonle Sap is a vast experiment where people and nature coexist, a wonder and a test of ecological wisdom. Across this shifting lake, millions live by the water's rise and fall. This fluid way of life makes tonal sap feel wildly alive. Fourth, Master City. In UAE deserts, the future city master quietly rises from the sands. In this place, the UAE invested $15 billion to build a city powered entirely by solar and renewables. Launched in 2008 in Abu Dhabi, the project spans 6.5 square kilometers, over twice New York's Central Park. Master City was first set to finish in 2016, but the financial crisis pushed it to 2025. Though delayed, the project's ambition remains strong. When finished, the city will house 50,000 residents, host 1,500 firms, and create 10,000 jobs. This city maps green future for the UAE and offers the world a new model to fight climate change. Master City's design makes every building feel futuristic. It uses 40% less energy and water than typical cities. Each building's walls include a buffer layer, cutting radiation and reducing AC demand by 55%. In this blistering desert, this design is brilliantly smart, and around the city, a vast solar array spans 22 hectares, made of 80,000 panels. They deliver clean power to the city, freeing it from reliance on the old grid. Here, no standard switches or faucets. Smart sensors track and control every drop of water and watt of power, cutting waste. A city where tech and nature thrive together, inspiring hope for tomorrow's cities within us all. Third place, Garbage City. Below Cairo's Mokattam Mountain in Egypt lies a neighborhood called Manshiat Nazar there. This village, called Garbage City, feels like chaos colliding with order. Founded in 1976, it was originally meant as a slum. Even worse than a slum, it was Cairo's dumping ground endpoint. Here, tiny trash packs nearly every corner of Manshiat Nazar. Cairo nears 20 million people, yet this vast city lacks any proper trash system. Then Manshiat Nazar residents bravely stepped up, filling the gap for 70 years. These humble residents are called the Zabaleen, which locally means garbage people, as families. They drive horse carts at dawn through Cairo's lanes and streets, serving as nameless cleaners, modern trash hunters. They collect waste daily, haul it home, then sort, recycle. Don't underestimate this work. From waste paper piles they built jaw-dropping recycling loops. Their skill recycle over 14,000 tons, about 85 to 90% of trash daily. Remember, this recycling rate is nearly 4 times that of many Western nations. Manshiat Nazar residents are mere scavengers. Their circular economy pioneers still. Paper, plastic, metal, and glass are resold as resources. Behind it all, Zabaleen families work as one. Elders and kids collect, haul, and sort trash daily together here. They turn trash into livelihoods, making Manshiat Nazar the green heart of Cairo. Amazingly, in this trash-swamped place, the Zabaleen built a unique eco-economy here. Their pigs were key to the system. 350,000 could consume organic waste as natural garbage processors. In 2009, to stop swine flu, the government ordered all pigs killed, hitting the Zabaleen hard. Pigs no longer handle waste or provide neat income, so residents' lives slip back into hardship. Despite challenges, Manshiat Nazar's people stay resilient. Global green economy focus brings chances to this garbage city. Recently, Swiss firm Nestle and locals recycle and process PET plastic together. This partnership revitalized Manshiat Nazar, making waste work more than survival, now a symbol of sustainable growth. The story of Manshiat Nazar is like a real-life fable full of contradictions. He's shown us that chaos can yield order, value, and hope for future. Windface moment. A photo of a cliff-hanging house is viral. Some call it the world's most dangerous home and want to try it. We can't confirm this building exists, but by the 15th century people had cliff villas already. Spain's hanging houses of Cuenca, a row of half-timbered homes clinging to the cliff top, hanging out over the gorge and Cuenca below far beneath it. also called Spain's most beautiful old buildings. Second, San Francisco hillside houses. In San Francisco, sights dazzle everywhere. But the real madness is houses perched on steep 17.5-degree slopes. San Francisco's terrain is truly untamed. Hill after hill rises, yet the city's growth never yields. Still today, in the late 1800s, planners capriciously laid a grid over these rising hills, creating the civilized world's steepest streets. Meaning of 17.5-degree slope? Simply put, standing on these streets feels dreamlike, like Inception's twisted world, where every step is a struggle with gravity. What's more, you can cross the road anytime, no problem. But these slopes are full of real neighborhoods. From afar, the houses seem to float in midair, like a staged set. Slightly unreal, living here. Even parking takes skill on streets. Angle wheels to the curb, or your car may roll away downhill. Stroller pushers and dog walkers too. Lose control once, and gravity may hurl you and whoever's with you into a sudden sprint. Slopes mean risk. With life's hassles, you might assume steep hillside homes are cheap. You're mistaken. In San Francisco, hillside homes cost $4 million. You need deep pockets to live here. In short, living on a 17.5-degree slope is like a deluxe extreme challenge. First place, Hanging Temple. Hanging Temple, a mid-air marvel atop Mount Hang, Datong, Shanxi. 75 meters up, more than a stunning ancient structure, it's a 1,500-year witness to history. Still on the cliff, Hanging Temple began in 491 AD. As you see, the whole temple clings to sheer cliffs, like nature's handiwork, and the ancients' bold challenge to heaven at 152.5 meters squared. It has 40 rooms. Posts seem to hold it, yet the rock wall does. Hanging Temple hangs from 27 beams driven into the mountain. Embedded beams support the temple. Those wooden pillars that seem supportive were added later. The original temple relied only on the rock wall alone. This cliffside design alone stuns countless visitors. Dig deeper into why it's built here, and you'll find hidden intent behind every choice. Zhuangkong Temple sits on Hengshan's cliff. Tianfeng and Kuiping peaks form a natural shield, cleverly blocking wind and slowing weathering and erosion. This site greatly lengthened the building's life, and also shielded its foundation from erosion. After 1,000 years, the Hanging Temple still stands, symbol of architecture and nature in harmony, yet its wonders go further. China's only temple blending Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism feels uniquely mysterious and striking. Here sit Lao Tzu, Shakyamuni, and Confucius together. Not just a temple, but ancient cultural diversity. Today, Shaanxi's Hanging Temple is vital heritage, attracting thousands each year, boosting the local economy, and creating jobs. This millennial temple uniquely links past and present, bridging tourism and heritage. Number 0. The Dynamic Tower in Dubai. In rule-breaking Dubai, the Dynamic Tower is among the wildest. It stands 420 meters and can rotate by itself too. Yes, the building rotates like a Rubik's Cube, letting residents change room direction anytime. This 80-story tower redefines static architecture, inspiring endless visions of future city life. This miraculous building came from a fantastical idea by Israeli architect David Fisher. Architecture should change like life, not fixed. In his tower, every floor spins on its own. Residents speak a command, rotate their apartment for 360 degrees views, or angle the balcony to chase sunlight. This design livens life, maximizes daylight and wind power, and greatly cuts our dependence on electricity. Living here feels like a sci-fi set, pure future vibe. Surprisingly, this sleek tower also leads the world in green design. The Dynamic Tower is the first skyscraper to generate its own electricity, meeting whole buildings' energy needs. Remember, Dubai's scorching desert heat makes summer AC demand massive, so being self-sufficient in this power-hungry city is an architectural legend. As you see, the whole building has 79 wind turbines, powering it and sending extra electricity back to the grid. This wind-solar hybrid makes 1.2 million kWh yearly, cutting energy bills up to 20%. A skyscraper's green giant inside any high-rise. This skyscraper is futuristic in cost too. The project cost $440 million. One luxury apartment sold for $30 million. But developers always try to make you feel it's worth it. In these apartments, enjoy rotating views, plus your own private pool and sky garden too. You can even use a special car lift to park your vehicle right at your apartment door. Yet this luxury raises doubts. If this tech-heavy building's rotation or wind turbines fail, will repairs be unusually complex and costly? Spinning design looks cool, but if the mechanism fails, fixing it is a nightmare. But regardless, Dubai's dynamic tower offers fresh insight for the global architecture industry today. He represents tech innovation and shows how natural energy can support future cities with limited resources. A world-leading innovative building, the dynamic tower blends green design and high-tech, redefining how luxury can stay sustainable too. That's all for today's video. Which of the 10 craziest places people live amazed you most? Share it with us in comments right now.